Kunas, I've heard that updates on Assetto Corsa 2 have been pretty slow as of late. You guys have any updates on the updates? Wait, what? Yeah, let's go! Okay, so despite the opening bit, the game is not actually made by Kunos. It's actually made in partnership with them. It's actually made by Supernova Games. That is actually a studio made up of a lot of people that worked on several other games, such as the Dirt franchise, Richard Burns Rally, and some other popular racing titles that you guys probably heard of before, that were a part of Codemasters, that EA pause.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Anyways, needless to say, I'm actually pretty confident in this game, really. I'm confident it's gonna come out pretty good, and so far my overall opinion of the game, for the most part, is pretty positive, and I do have a good lookout on the game so far. I mean, don't just take my word for it. Kunos also has a video that they released, the trailer of a lot of other YouTubers, talking about the game, how good it is, such as, AR12 the Nixter, Jimmy Broadbenter, and everyone's favorite speedy boy, Theo the Black Panther, sponsored by Turtle Beach. By the way, if you made it this far into the video, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. It truly means a lot to me knowing how good or bad I'm doing as a creator, just starting out. So any feedback is greatly appreciated. Also, just an update, I have another videos in the work that's more of a challenge video. It's EAWRC but with no breaks. And so far it's gone swimmingly. This flag is down on power. This might be a little bit down power. Ah, I should look away. No! Damn it. Here's my live stream channel if you guys want to check it out while I record the footage for it. Hope to see you there, and on with the rest of the video. I mean, as I said before, my overall opinions of the games are very positive. The environments are beautiful, almost cinema quality. Trees are trees, grass is grass, dirt is dirt, cliff is cliff. But what the game does very well are the little details the game has. After all, we know that Dirt Rally has always been very visually pleasing to the eye. Like, it's almost like, seriously, like, look at this shit. It's fucking majestic. And then you have Richard Burns Rally, which has some visuals to be desired. Really good handling game, but has some visuals to be desired. A lot of visuals to be desired. But, as I said before, where Assetto Corsa Rally really sets stuff apart is just the visuals. It's such a step up from the Dirt Rally games, and also has the little details, as I said, such as having, the audience and pedestrians are all modeled very well for a rally game. And they have a lot of animations that are actually really cool, such as, the people going onto the street and trying to take pictures of your car and then dodging out of the way. Which kind of reminds me of a game that did something similar to that, which was, Art of Rally. But I did it with cubes. Cubes. Overall, all that really does suck you into the atmosphere of racing and grittiness. Sadly, you can't run the people over. Remember, the only reason why I let you live is because if I did not, I would be disqualified. I know you have no family, Jerry! They need to add a mode that has Group B level crowds. I want to see the destruction. Physics, as with any game, is a massive part of the package for racing games. In my opinion, racing games, especially rally games or off-road games, really pushed the boundaries of vehicle physics computation in games. I mean, you have to calculate how much grip level, all the rocks, the dips, the ruts, the mud, the dirt, your tires having a lot of pressure, too little pressure, and lots of other stuff that is like, oh boy, so many fun physics glitches. And I mean, after all, the last thing you need is a car landing on a jump, and then it falling through the universe, or pinging to space after hitting, well, anything. Assetto Corsa 1 was an example. All that just to say the physics feel great on controllers. Wheels is another situation. I would have heavily, like, everything feels so dead. I don't feel the car. The car has as much power steering as a Nissan Leaf to where your pinky can touch it and make it move. And I'm in a Mini Cooper! I need this thing to be shaking and ripping the wheel out of my hands as bad as an earthquake as if your mom stepped out of bed. Is what I would be saying if it wasn't for the most recent update. The most recent update has fixed all the problems I have had with wheels, and I am happy to say I fucking love the game again. But, speaking of physics, onto the cars are very responsive and will definitely bite your ass if you push them too hard. Lock the brakes and have moments like I do. Lots of moments. The old cars feel mechanical and weighty. They won't hold your hand, thus making every mistake truly yours. The newer cars are quick, snappy, ready to go fast. Some are more forgiving, but still won't take BS. And Group B is Group B. Speaking about the cars, the models are so expertly crafted. No detail was skipped on these cars. Every scratch, dent, coffee stain from your nan is there. And has Forza Vista levels of interactivity and detail. I mean, you could look at the engine bay, the interiors, the engine on, off, lights, everything. It's a joy for this autistic fox to experience. My only gripe is the car selection is quite small, which does make sense. It's a very early access game, so it's not going to have the widest selection of machinery, but they do have a very good palette of machinery. Like Chili's and Applebee's, they always have such a wide palette of delicious foods, despite how shit some of them may be. Where the hell was I going with this? You got lots of older machinery, a lot of Fiats and Lancias and Alpines and more Fiat. Can you tell this game was made by an Italian dev team? All the way up to, obviously, Group B, from front-wheel drive to all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. It's all here with good representation, so while small, you still get the wide palette of car flavors. Like going to your favorite bar and grill and choosing what kind of steak they have. I am hungry right now. I should not be recording while hungry. I'm gonna go Taco Bell. Love for the sport and the machine ooze through every orifice of this game like a Subaru with broken head gaskets. The physics are massively crafted, as I said. They are super difficult to master, but rewarding once you truly get into the ebb and flow of the vehicle. And if you remember, this is built in tandem with Kunos, so this might be laying the groundwork for the physics to evolve in Assetto Corsa Evo and in their open world section of Assetto Corsa Evo. And as I said before, the wheel and controller physics were a bit of my own complaint about the game until the recent update. And even then, I still have my own moments.
Hairpin left, tightens late, 50. 5 left, 250, kinks. My
only real nitpick with the game so far would somewhat be its over-reliance on anti-aliasing and FSR. I am a much bigger proponent of raw GPU power in the PC space versus all the AI upscaling and shit we have. Like, just Just make your game look good and be optimized to begin with. I don't want to have to use something that takes even more of my GPU power than what's actually necessary. Oh, and I just remember this as I'm reading this. Why the fuck is it that when I'm capping it to a specific frame rate, it caps it to below? I have my shit capped to 60. And that's saying it's reading between 45 to 55 FPS. But when I uncap it, I'm almost going all the way to 100 plus. What the hell? Yo pagaste pa toda mi tarjeta, yo quiero usar toda mi tarjeta! But as I said, those are just minor nitpicks. They don't really, they don't really have an effect on the overall gameplay. Everything is still really fun. Todo es, you know, everything is really fun to play. Me encanta todo. I love it. Everything's a lot of fun to play. En conclusión, Assetto Corsa Rally is most definitely a welcome surprise release that I'm excited to see where it goes and how it develops as a game. After all, the game already has a really strong base to grow from. Will it evolve into the next Dark Souls of racing, like Richard Burns' Rally, or will it not be able to ride the wave of success to an even more successful release that wows the racing genre? Well, only time will tell. Until next time, adios guys!